Help Crimestoppers Honolulu identify suspects and get rewarded.
If your tip leads to an arrest, you could earn up to $1,000.
All right, let's bring him in, the Sarge in charge. Come on, only us dancing over here. What's going on?
You got a bookie. That's your song right there.
Sergeant Chris Kim from Crimestoppers Honolulu is here to help us keep safe with Crimestoppers Honolulu again. What's up, Sarge? How you doing,
How's
man?
it? Thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much.
We still got to have our
here.
dance-off one day.
You win.
Everybody got their money on you, but I guarantee you. I guarantee you. All right, Sarge, we love the incentive that Lena Girl just talked about. Do you know how much the organization has given out since you guys started?
Actually, since our inception, we've actually gave out approximately $392,000 in rewards to all our tipsters. So thank you so much.
So this is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I love
it. We pay
it.
and we keep the tipsters safe. And at the end of the day, it's all us working together and trying to keep our island safe.
Absolutely, 100%.
So let's get to work.
Let's get
Ready?
to work. Let's
All right.
get to work.
Case number 1 involves a handgun. Yikes. Tell us about the Kanunu Street criminals.
Yeah, so as far as this first case on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, about 4:15 a.m., the victim was standing outside. This was basically taking a morning walk outside his apartment on Kanunu Street when this car pulled up and 3 individuals jumped out. They demanded his property. One of them actually brandished a firearm. He tried to run away. They chased him down and beat him up. They then fled with his property. All 3 suspects are described as unknown. They fled in a light-colored sedan. They're basically all wearing dark-colored clothing. One of them was wearing a black Get Nuts shirt, and he definitely did get nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Sarge, what would you do in a situation like this? I mean, would you comply with the demand? Would you run away? Again, they're brandishing a firearm.
So at the end of the day, I said this time and time again, these people are armed. They're armed with a firearm. At that point, you're gonna have to make the determination, do you put up a fight or you just give up your property? We always say it's not worth losing your life or getting seriously injured over property.
Yeah.
And something to keep in mind is that you might not want to be out, out and about. Like, he was out 4 in the morning. In this particular situation, he was taking a morning walk, but he thought that he was safe because he was literally right outside of his apartment. But we do have stories like this where people are driving around. Basically, these are crimes of opportunity. They're looking for opportunities where they see someone who is basically defenseless.
Yeah.
And in this situation, there was 3 of them, and they pounced on this guy and basically beat him up and took his property. So just want to let the community know that something like this is happening. Just be very mindful and just take the proper safety precautions.
Thank you so much, Sarge, for bringing that to our attention. Now, we got more Costco criminals. Yesterday, I was at Costco Ivile, and I forgot to pay for the orange juice. But I took it back, so I wanted to, because I never like be on this report over here. But
don't worry, Dave, I would have deleted the video.
Hey!
Thanks, but we do have a couple of suspects that didn't return the merchandise. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this one is pretty interesting. So this case on Wednesday, July 10, 2024, at about 6:39 p.m., this male and female went to the Costco YPO and basically stole some property. Luckily, some witnesses followed them out and was taking pretty good video. And they didn't care. They didn't care that they were being filmed, and now they're going to be insta-famous. So now we're asking for the community, please step up. If you do recognize these people involved, please go and contact the Crimestoppers. Suspect 1 is an unknown male. Suspect number 2 is an unknown female. They fled in a 2008 gold Toyota Corolla 4-door sedan, bearing license plates WGJ905. And oftentimes people say, hey, Sarge, you guys have the license plates. Why you need our help? In this particular situation, vehicles sometimes are transfer pending, meaning the car was sold. The new person never registered, or they lent it out, or oftentimes we see cases where thieves are actually swapping out the license plates. So in this particular case, we have photos of the suspects. We need help in identifying them.
Sarge, real quick follow-up question for this. They got great witness video. Do you recommend that, or just kind of back off?
We always say, if you're able to be a good witness, go ahead and do so. Fortunately, in this day and age, a lot of people have cell phones. Once again, don't put yourself in that situation where it's going to be confrontational. In this particular, they look like they took the proper safety precautions. They weren't basically going after them, from a safe distance. They're able to film the video, which actually is going to be very beneficial in the investigation for this case.
Right on. Thanks, Sarge. All right, so we got just a little bit more time for case number 3.
Yes, it involves some hitchhiking hijackers. Tell us about this one.
Okay, as far as these hijackers, on Saturday, August 3rd, 2024, about 9:03 p.m., the victim was driving on Wilikina Drive in the Wahiawa area when he saw a lone female standing on the side of the road. She asked for a ride, and he says, you know what, sister, come jump in my car. But at that point, a guy jumped in the back, and he said, you know what, I'm not not driving the both of you. You guys got to get out. The guy gets out. He proceeds to beat up the victim, and the sister, she jumps into the driver's seat and she takes off. Actually, I was just informed just prior that the female suspect has been identified. She was located and arrested, but now we're trying to actually identify suspect number 2, who was actually the male who beat up the victim. All 3 cases we talked about today can be seen over at the www.honolulu.org website, bottom left-hand corner under wanted persons, as well as all the other cases that we need the help from the community in solving.
We are so grateful for your
you.
time, Sarge. I'm telling you, it's awesome that you come here every week to help us keep our community safe. We thank you.
All one big partnership, so thank you to you, to the community.
Absolutely. And in fact, she's got her eyes right now on traffic. Our Pauhana traffic. Danielle Tucker, what's